Everyone wants to know the future, but only a few have the courage to create it. That's what Peter Drucker, the father of modern management, taught us. He didn't just talk about business. He talked about how to think, act, and live like an entrepreneur, no matter who you are or where you work. Today, we're diving into Drucker's timeless message: why entrepreneurship isn't a career choice. It's a mindset that shapes the future. Drucker saw something decades ago, something most people still miss. He said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Most people wait for opportunities. Entrepreneurs create them. Most people think innovation means inventing something new. But Drucker said, it's not about invention. It's about finding change and turning it into an opportunity. That's what makes an entrepreneur different. They don't react to the future. They build it. Drucker once asked, what if every employee started thinking like an entrepreneur? He didn't mean everyone should quit their jobs and start a company. He meant, own your career like a business. If you work inside a company, treat your role like it's your own small enterprise. Find problems, create solutions, and deliver results. That's how you become indispensable. In Drucker's words, an entrepreneur always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. So whether you're a mechanic, a teacher, a designer, or a CEO, the entrepreneurial mindset is what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. To Drucker, innovation wasn't about flashy technology. It was about adding new value. Think of it this way. When someone created ride-sharing, they didn't invent the car. They reinvented transportation. When someone built online courses, they didn't invent learning. They democratized education. That's Drucker's definition of innovation. Innovation is the specific instrument of entrepreneurship, the act that endows resources with a new capacity to create wealth. So if you can take what already exists and make it better, faster, or more meaningful, you're already an innovator, even if the world doesn't call you one yet. Drucker warned that waiting for someone else to change your life is a trap. He said, in a fast-changing world, security comes only from your own ability to adapt. He believed that every person, employee, or entrepreneur must ask, what can I contribute that no one else can? That question is power. It shifts you from being a worker to a creator. When you start thinking about how you can add unique value, you stop worrying about competition because you're no longer in the same race. Entrepreneurship, Drucker said, isn't about luck. It's about discipline, systematic thinking, and courage. He wrote, entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It is a practice. That means you don't wait for the perfect moment. You practice your ideas into existence. You test, you fail, you adjust, you grow. Because innovation doesn't start with funding. It starts with faith. Faith that you can make something better. Faith that your idea matters. Faith that creating the future is better than waiting for it. Decades after his death, Peter Drucker's ideas shape companies, leaders, and thinkers worldwide. Why? Because he didn't just talk about business. He talked about human potential. He believed everyone has the capacity to innovate, to take initiative, to think differently, and to lead change. And in a world driven by technology, AI, and constant disruption, his message matters now more than ever. The greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence itself, but to act with yesterday's logic. So here's your challenge. Stop waiting for the future to happen. Start creating it. Whether you build a company, launch a project, or change the way your team works, you're shaping the world around you. That's what Peter Drucker wanted us to understand. You don't need to be a CEO to think like an entrepreneur. You just need to take responsibility for what you create every single day. Because the best way to predict your future is to create it yourself. If this video inspired you, hit that like button, share it with someone who's stuck waiting for the right time, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly ideas that will help you create, not wait for your future. Until next time, keep innovating, keep building, and keep creating your tomorrow today.